And what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's VeChain analysis video. That's right, we are going to be covering VeBTC. So we did cover this chart actually a couple of weeks ago, and things were looking fairly decent. But are they still? Are they still? Now that is the golden question. So you know, I don't want to kind of get ahead of myself here. Let's first go ahead and plot in those beautiful high-level horizontals. So I believe we have one right around here. There was one, so I'm looking at the more immediate sort of horizontals closer to current price action. Okay, so I believe we have one right around here. Okay, and if we lose this one, now if you notice, guys, price is currently hovering over that major weekly horizontal, which is sitting at 62 sats. If we break this level, if we have a weekly close underneath this level, I believe that the next sort of, you know, major level that will be contested is only sitting here at around 60 or 50 something sats. 50 sats, give or take. Now, while this may look like a very, very small range on my chart, let me assure you, it's not. Okay, that's 20%, guys. 20% to the downside. So if you are someone who is currently holding a bag of VET, the one level you do not want that weekly to lose, okay, is 62 sats. If price closes underneath 62 sats on the weekly time frame, I am going to be looking for a further continuation to the downside, quite possibly testing that 50 sat level, which is only 20% away. That is a lot. Okay, so be careful there if you are someone holding a bag. For those of you who are looking for a short, first of all, I don't know if you can even short VET. Quite honestly, I'm not sure if Binance actually offers it as a margin trading pairing. If they do, then that's the trade I'm going to be looking for on the short side. If we do close the weekly under 62 sats, I will be looking for price to make its way down to 50 sats. So 20%, I mean, to the downside. That's if and only if, of course, you know, it is offered on Binance's margin trading exchange. So this is what VET is doing on the weekly time frame. Let's go ahead and switch on the that daily time frame to see what it's doing closer to, you know, immediate price action. That's another level, by the way, guys. I think that is the more immediate resistance, sitting at around that 83 sat level on the weekly, so note that. So yeah, like I said, let's get on to that that daily level to see what it's doing, you know, relative to its horizontals. I think it pretty much is following the same thing, give or take. I believe we have one right around here. Okay, at around 59 sats. I'm going to change the color of that, make it a white. Let's go ahead and put on that cloud and see what price is doing relative to its cloud levels. And quite honestly, guys, it's in bearish territory right now. Okay, like the cloud is red, price is underneath the Kijun, the Tenkin, the 21, and let's go ahead and put on that 10 SMA. And it is also underneath the 10 SMA. Not just that, guys, we have a bearish TK cross here. We have that Kijun over the Tenkin. So right now, guys, that is bearish, okay? VeChain is very much in bearish territory. Now, the last time we spoke about VeChain, I did mention a potential cup and handle that could have very well been at play, and I said that the impetus to us actually getting up to the neckline, okay, of the overall cup and handle. For those of you who still don't see it, this is what I was referring to. That was the cup, and that was a handle. Okay, now these patterns are only patterns, potential plays until they actually come to life. They only come to life, guys, on the break of the neckline. This level right here at around 100 sats was the neckline of that overall cup and handle. I don't play patterns until that break. I'm always looking for a break. I mean, I will spot it out, yes, and oftentimes they're premature, but I always say the same damn thing. Wait on the break. This is not come alive until it breaks. So the last time we spoke about VET, I did highlight that, you know, that potential cup and handle that could have very well been at play. And not just that. So I said that, okay, you know, quite often we'll see that cup form, and then over on the handle, you'll see a falling wedge that breaks to the upside. And we actually did get that falling wedge. Now, I think while we got the falling wedge and while we did sort of break to the upside, we did not see follow through. Okay, and I feel like the entire sort of thing of the handle has sort of been almost negated, if I had to be completely honest with you. And I'll tell you exactly why. Now, this was the falling wedge. First of all, let's go and see if we actually ended up meeting that measured move. Okay, so this is the measured move. We did break to the upside. We never ended up meeting the measured move. Okay, we found resistance on that weekly level here at 83 sats. Price did get resisted here and made its way all the way down to, well, what was this? Around 60 sats. But more importantly, I feel like this overall thing has been negated. Why? Because now this is what I usually look for on patterns. Now when I see a break, great. You know, I'm like, okay, fine, maybe this pattern, it has come alive. You see a break, you'll see a retest often, and then a further continuation to the upside. But what's happened here, okay, on this particular pattern play is that we had a break here at around 66 sats. Okay, now we saw that retest, further continuation, but then we had a pullback, and not just any ordinary pullback. While we did hold that 66, you know, breakout zone as support, we actually broke that to the downside. Now this, guys, I find is bearish. Okay, I do not want to see price coming all the way down to break below the breakout zone of the pattern. I feel like that is weakness, that is price weakness, and this could very well get negated. So right now, guys, the way I sort of perceive this, I think personally, this is my opinion, that this has been negated. Okay, I will not be looking at this pattern anymore. It did not meet its measured move. We did get rejected here at that 83 sat level, and I often stress this in many of my videos, saying that, okay, even if we do get that break, watch how price reacts to all the immediate resistances, okay, that we actually have before the measured move. Now we had a major resistance here at 83 sats, even though the measured move was sitting at around 86 sats. Notice how we actually met with resistance here and got rejected big time. Now we did sort of break below the breakout zone of that pattern, so I think this is completely negated. Now we did that for 1, 2, and this is the third time. Us closing below that breakout zone at 66 sats is complete weakness. I think we're making a further move to the downside. But the more immediate support, major support that VET has underneath it right now is at that 62 sat level. This is support on the weekly time frame. I believe the more immediate sort of daily support is actually sitting at around 59 sats. If we close a daily candle below 59 sats, price is coming all the way down to the next major zone of support is only at 52 sats, guys. That's going to be too big. Okay, that's going to be a very, very big drop. Like I said, while it looks small on my chart, the lower the numbers get, this range becomes, in percent at least, it becomes thick. Okay, that is a 12% range, so be careful there. But let's go ahead and switch on that cloud and, you know, see where we are relative to our cloud. Once again, like I said, bearish setup. What about that ribbon? Where are we? This is also, there we go, guys. Allow me to just clear my chart quickly. Get rid of these diagonals. But you see the current ribbon setup that we have, guys. This is a bearish crossover setup. We have the 55 on top of the 21, which is on top of the 10 SMA. This is a bearish setup. This is telling you that price is likely going to make its way down, and as things stand right now, we are getting resisted off of that 10 simple moving average. So question is, can we actually find support here? Now the more immediate daily support that we have underneath is 63 sats. Breaking 63 sats is going to take us all the way to 59 sats. So that's what you're looking for on the daily. Let's get on to those lower time frames to see what price could do in the more sort of immediate hours of the day. And what do you know, guys? Once again, a major sort of bearish ribbon setup that we have here. 55 over the 21, which is over the 10 SMA. Bearish setup. We could possibly, you know, make our way to the upside, but I will be expecting a rejection on that level. But this is all an if this then that. If we don't get rejected, and if we actually do manage to pop back up, okay, you're looking for it to actually hold as support. There's not much here, guys, besides the fact that it is a bearish setup right now. On the weekly, now we are closing a weekly candle tomorrow. Okay, for those of you holding bags of VET, that is going to be, you know, an easy sort of call. Breaking 62 sats will propel VeChain into further bearish territory. I think it's going to enter a new zone of volatility, which is about 20% give or take. Breaking 62 sats could take price all the way down to 50 sats, which is about 20%. Okay, so be careful of that if you are holding a VET position. And yeah, guys, that's all I have for you for VeChain, okay, on the weekly time frame as well as the daily time frames. You know what I think of this overall cup and handle. I think that this pattern over here, okay, that forms the handle of the cup and handle has been negated since price did break underneath the breakout zone right there. Could price rally from here? Quite possibly, but this is the zone you need to watch out for. It's that 62 sat level. You want price holding that on the much higher time frames. We could potentially rally, but observe. You need to observe how price reacts. If we have a close, chances are we are going to be coming down further. If we have a close below 62 sats, we will be coming down further. Okay, and this is all I have for you for VeChain, guys. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, guys. Ciao.